So ladies and gentlemen, we'll now move into fight number 12, which is brought to you by Kennedy Coastal Homes. And introducing first, out of the red corner, Aidan, the premature finisher, Aguilera.
So here he is, Aidan, the premature finisher, Aguilera. Interesting fight name there, but I tell you what, this man is a talented mixed martial artist, a fantastic grappler, recently awarded his black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and he is joined by the team at Adrenaline MMA, and I tell you what, Aidan is one of the nicest guys you'll meet in Australian combat sports. He's a real fan favourite.
And also has one of the best walkout songs I've heard tonight.
A fantastic walkout song, and what are your thoughts on the nickname, the premature finisher?
Ooh.
He likes that one too, does UFC veteran Anton Zafir. So as he makes his walk to the cage, 8-4 in his pro career, as I mentioned, training out of Adrenaline MMA under Chris Brown. And I tell you what, when I asked him about this matchup, he was initially scheduled to fight David Martinez for the Coastal Combat Professional Lightweight title, then replaced with, at least in his opinion, a far superior opponent in Jack Becker. He believes that Jack is hands down one of the best lightweights in Australia, and the finish over him will prove how dangerous Aidan really is. So worth noting some of the notable victories, I should say. Bevan O'Malley, Josh Togo, Shem Murdoch, just to name a few. And I tell you what, this man, as I mentioned, recently awarded his black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I'm hoping this one goes to the floor, lads.
I don't think you get a star-spangled pedigree better than this fight, to be honest.
And introducing his opponent, out of the blue corner, Jack Becker.
High school wrestling career.
We are just moments away from the much anticipated MMA return of Jack Becker, 7-2 in his pro career. There was a point in time in late 2017, he was the hottest property in Australian MMA, was 7-0 riding high, ran into a couple speed bumps at the end of 2017 and early 2018, a few years out of the cage, and this man now making the walk and trained by Scrappy MMA. Ben Vickers, the head coach there, sharing the training room with the likes of Jack and Josh Della, just to name a couple. And he's also rounding out, well, not rounding out, he's training his jiu-jitsu, I should say, at Costa Academy under Rod Costa, who's actually, Rod is a black belt under Felipe Pena. So for those of you not familiar with the grappling world, it doesn't get much better than Felipe Pena, and that is the man that gifted Jack Becker's jiu-jitsu coach his black belt. So a very, very prestigious lineage, I guess you could say, but he really thinks that his work with Scrappy MMA and Ben Vickers in particular has brought some new elements to his game, and boys, he looked sensational on the scales yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think this fight is advantageous to any fighter in any particular area. Like, as you pointed out, Aidan has an exceptional jiu-jitsu and grappling repertoire, as well as you mentioned, his coach, four-time Olympic wrestling participant as well. I mean, these guys are just, as you said, the elite of the lightweight division in Australia.
I think it's very fair to say, and I don't think anyone will argue with me when I say these are the two best grapplers in the lightweight division in all of the professional ranks. All of Australian professionals, I should say. So very excited to see what happens here. I just pray that we end up on the floor at some point, boys.
He's got a very Clay Guida look about him, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does, actually.
So ladies and gentlemen, fight number 12 is brought to you by Kennedy Coastal Homes. It will be contested in the professional lightweight division over 3 5-minute rounds. And introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, he weighed in at 70.5 kilos and trains out of Adrenaline MMA, holding a professional record of 8 victories for just 2 defeats. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Aidan, the premature finisher, Aguilera. And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, He weighed in at 70.4 kilos and trains out of Scrappy MMA and Costa Academy, holding a professional record of 7 victories for just 2 defeats. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Jack Becker! When the action begins, your referee in charge, Thomas Churchill.
Just mentioning to Brad how much of a Clay Guida feel Jack has.
Yes, he's wild and rugged as far as the grooming is concerned, but tell you what. Oh, wow. Big switch knee landed there from Aidan Aguilera. Didn't look like it was the point of the knee, but the shin certainly connected.
Lovely head pressure from these guys.
Largely unfazed, though, by the looks of it, is Jack Becker. And boys, I am just so excited for this fight. I've been talking about it all week. Everyone's probably sick of hearing me going off about how fantastic these two are on the mat, and I think we will get there at some point here in these 15 minutes if needed.
Aidan's doing a very good job of keeping him high with that underhook, and then as he changes level, driving his head into the mat to break that posture.
So Jack Becker, of course, an ADCC trials medalist, and he also lists himself as the only guy I've ever heard of to stop a fight show by breaking the ring with a backflip. So that's an interesting little feather in his cap, and I certainly agree. I've never heard of someone else doing that. Also spent some time at TriStar in Canada under the great Faraz Zahabi back in the day, and he's also fought internationally previously, as has his opponent Aidan Aguilera, whose most recent fight was in Dubai. So both these boys, world-renowned talents, and we are lucky enough to have them here in the Sunshine Coast Exhibition Centre, live and exclusive in the Coastal Combat Cage.
Just the head positioning from Jack is just giving Aidan no space. And for those people at home that don't know much about grappling or wrestling off the cage, extremely exhausting and tough. And these boys are doing it better than obviously anyone we've seen tonight.
I think you're right, Anton. Sometimes the drain and the effect that this can have on a fighter's cardio is sometimes lost on the layman viewer. Like, this is grueling what these two gentlemen are engaging in right now. And but I tell you what, like I mentioned, both of them looked fantastic on the scales yesterday. I don't think cardio is going to be an issue for either of them should this fight get extended.
Aidan works as a MMA coach and a personal trainer. So
well, there you go.
I think his cardio is going to be good.
Yeah, Aidan, part of the coaching staff there at Adrenaline MMA. Of course, he's a close friend and training partner. Coming up next in our main event, Matt Mad Dog Myers. He's going to try and steal the belt off the hometown boy, Ty Tyborg Duncan. So stick around, ladies and gentlemen. Some nice knees to the thigh there. And it looks like Thomas Churchill perhaps getting a little antsy here. We may hear a call for some activity. I'm happy to let these fighters work it out here, though.
Oh, lovely.
Nice
lovely
attempt there. Geez, Jack Becker looks so strong, doesn't he? Aidan Aguilera, as we've mentioned, a black belt jiu-jitsu, a talented grappler, and he is perhaps having some difficulties with the physicality that Jack Becker is bringing.
Yeah, but he's doing a very good job of controlling him. You know, he might not be able to get off the cage, but I feel like he's doing an exceptional job of controlling the damage or the movement that Jack's trying to achieve. He's trying to lock up the arms on his hips to prevent him from being able to grab a leg as well.
Nice knee to the body there, lands from the premature finisher. Looking for the first takedown of the fight, Jack Becker looked pretty close there for a second, but just beautiful hips from Aidan Aguilera. Fantastic job stuffing that. Worth noting too, Aidan Aguilera, he has a mean guillotine. If Jack Becker's head does traverse a little too low, keep an eye out for Aidan to try and wrap that up.
Oh, he's switched sides. He's going to try for a run through double.
Oh, hands are clasped. Here we go, gents. First takedown of the fight, and it is a violent one. Elbows from the bottom there from the premature finisher as Jack Becker solidifies top position. So good job by Aidan to lock up that closed guard on the way down. Did look like Jack was looking to pass as a part of that takedown, essentially. So 30 seconds remaining. The corners are yelling. We'll take their word for it. Here's the armbar attempt. Easily snuffed there from Jack Becker. Watch for the triangle.
He's going for the far. He's going for...
So nice work stepping over to take away the omoplata threat there. But yeah, it looks like Jack Becker will be safe here.
Far out. These boys are going at it.
Fantastic.
Definitely seen this black belt and brown belt in action.
Yeah, fantastic grappling exchange on the floor there as the teams now enter the cage. Looks like Val Sharapov, who was victorious in Fight 4 this evening, cornering Aidan Aguilera along with the head coach Chris Brown. And Ben Vickers and the team from Costa Academy, Rod Costa, giving instructions to their pupil Jack Becker. Interesting opening round, gents. I think just with the control time, you've probably got to lean Jack Becker. There was that nice submission flurry at the end. Do you think that was enough to steal the round for Aidan Aguilera?
Oh, I'd have to agree with you there about Jack Becker. That control time, though, looks, it takes its toll on your cardio. You can see, just in the body language, looking a little bit more tired, Jack Becker.
So both boys up and ready for round 2. Not sure what that was, a rubber band of some sort.
Tape. It was tape.
And the boys touch them up here for round 2. Let's see if we get any more prolonged exchanges on the feet.
It's a gigantic scar on Aidan's arm, on his left arm. I wonder if that's from any serious previous injuries.
Heavy left hook there thrown from Jack Becker. Wings on it though. Beautiful up elbow. Double jab cross partially lands for Jack Becker and the teep to the stomach. And the calf kick coming in to play. Beautiful timing. Ducks under the Superman punch. And back into closed guard we go.
But as we saw in that last 30 seconds, you don't want to give Aidan too much space or too much time off his back. He's extremely dangerous, especially once he starts setting it all up.
So Aidan working his way to the fence, perhaps looking to try and create an angle here. It would be something if he could submit Jack Becker from his guard. But like you mentioned, Anton, he certainly put him in a spot of bother at the end of round 1. See if he can create a similar scenario here in round number 2.
Is he going for a can opener or he's just trying to posture up for his elbows? So I don't mind actually using the can opener every now and then just to separate those legs, just to give you some range.
Nice elbow lands there from Jack Becker. So watching the hips here of Aidan Aguilera. Let's see if he can switch to try and throw up some sort of submission attack. So nice use of the head pressure too on the floor here. It's something that is a bit of a lost art when closed guard, but you can see controlling the chin of Aidan Aguilera is Jack Becker there.
And it really allows you to posture up and drive that pressure and to get those legs to break and open up.
Look, one thing that Aidan's doing really well is he is doing a good job continuing to swivel his hips. It's really difficult for Jack to try and find himself in a position where he can kind of sit down on some of these ground strikes because he's consistently cautious of these submission attempts coming from bottom. So a very high level chess match here for those viewers that perhaps aren't particularly versed in the grappling arts. Oh, watch this. Nice work from Jack Becker there, shutting the hips down once again. He's constantly looking to pass too. Hasn't had any success with that at this stage, but here we go now, back into close guard.
At least I think he snuck in an elbow as he got dragged back into close guard as well, which is good. He's got those short little elbows happening. He's going body, then head. He's going that rubber guard as well, maybe looking to go over the top.
Second time we've seen that tonight, isn't it? So very high on the guard here. Looks like Aidan might be trying to isolate that left arm with Jack Becker, but some nice ground and pound gets rid of any thought of that. And again, Aidan Aguilera looking to try and create an angle here. Jack Becker sort of giving it to him.
I think maybe he's hoping that he opens up his legs and allows him to step over.
And here it is there, right on cue, Anton. But
his base is just too strong.
Too strong, isn't he?
And Aidan just closes back up, realizing he can't get it, goes back to controlling Jack.
You know, it's interesting thinking that this fight, or this round, I should say, sorry, has played out primarily on the feet, but it all came from that duck under of the Superman that we saw from Jack Becker. So I'm sure Aidan Aguilera is kicking himself now that he threw that, but that's the nature of the game. Oh, nice elbow there from Jack Becker.
The technicality that's coming out. Oh, he's
Oh,
opened
wow,
up.
he's
Nice
opened
cut.
up significantly.
Ooh. I think it was one of those dropping elbows as he slid through the guard.
I think you're right, Anton. So a bit of DNA being shared between the boys here tonight. And a crimson mask there for Aidan Aguilera.
As you know, guys,
Oh,
you can
up
up-kick.
kick.
Oh, two lovely, three. Up-kicks to the face are allowed.
Nice
in
work,
professional.
taking the back, passes into side control.
Right at the end of
there
the
we go.
round. Oh, they both open, or has he just got a bit of...
I think that seems to be dripping from Jack Becker. So perhaps Jack Becker open as well, but
I think it was one of those
Maybe
up-kicks.
those up kicks, yeah.
the significant cut certainly on Aidan Aguilera, though. At least what it looks like from cage side at present.
This fight's awesome.
So curious how this third round plays out. I mean, look, gents, for what it's worth on my scorecards, I got Jack Becker up 2-zip. Not sure if you're seeing it the same, but
Look, I don't even want to venture to suggest what the scores are. You know, I would like to lean towards 2 to Jack.
well, I guess there is the potential
Of being 1-1.
that, yes, that's right, that the judges might have appreciated that submission offense from Aidan Aguilera at the end of round number 1 over the control time that Jack Becker had amassed. So we'll wait and see, gents. Could be 1-1, likely 2-0.
I was hoping to see
boys.
Jack Becker.
Good chair.
Sorry, I was hoping to see Jack Becker try and pass the guard a little bit earlier, but look, he's having great success from in the guard in landing those elbows. So we might see more of that.
So both boys touch them up in the middle, and here we go. Third and final round in this professional lightweight bout. 5 minutes to decide who is going to get the W here.
Oh, that
yeah.
definitely came up into the guard.
That snuck below the belt there from Jack Becker.
And as he turned around, there is a nice little cut straight up his eyebrow.
Yeah,
Must have been
I think
from
you're
the
right,
eye.
Anton. It may have been those up kicks towards the end of round 2.
From the looks of things, that's quite deep.
Yeah, it was a bit nasty.
Yeah. I definitely think Jack should be called the Carpenter, and we'll just call him Clay Guida. I think he's going to go for a jumping knee or something, and hopefully catch him while he's shooting.
Yep. Well, I think the message in the corner, I would assume, from Aidan Aguilera's coach was that you're probably going to need a finish here. While there was potential they stole round 1, I certainly wouldn't be confident in telling my fighter that was the case. Look for the spinning elbow, almost lost position, back to double unders though. So nice work done there from Jack Becker, avoided any loss of position. Just a grueling pace that these two are setting.
I think we forget about these Western Australian, South Australian fighters. Hey, when you... Oh, lovely.
Oh, that looked really bad on Aidan's ankle there.
Left foot looks like it got caught and then got bent over the top.
I missed that. Well, let's see if Aidan is compromised at all. Haven't seen him flex that left foot, if that's the one that you're talking about.
Yeah.
Jeez, both of you almost had a heart attack in here.
I thought he'd snapped his ACL at the same time he did his ankle. He looks to be, he doesn't look like it's hindering him as much.
There we go.
so
He's
far.
starting to flex a little bit there. So we'll travel for on the presumption that no significant damage was done. As we see Jack Becker now look to try and pass. See if he can step through the mount here. This would be significant.
Yeah, he's got the leg back on the outside. Which
Nice work there from Aidan Aguilera. Then Anton, back in a half guard we go.
That head pressure from Jack is just relentless. It's giving Aidan no chance to breathe, no chance to settle for 2-3 seconds. Oh, good reverse.
Wow.
Oh, return serve.
Returned. And noting there, took Jack Becker right into his corner, but straight back to the feet. Nice work there from Jack Becker as a knee looks to be partially blocked.
Double underhooks, but
so third and final round here, our professional lightweight co-main event. Beautiful takedown from Aidan Aguilera moments ago, but Jack Becker doing fantastic work to get back to his feet without amassing too much control time on behalf of Aidan Aguilera.
You can just see the skill levels from these guys compared to the fights at the start of the night, compared to the level of experience that these guys have.
Yep, it's been a great crescendo in skill sets. So nice matchmaking, fantastic bout order from our promoter Joel Zapasvari. Hit the nail on the head as always. Now we are in the professional ranks, so those reverse elbows in that position entirely legal, as long as they are not to the back of the head, of course. Made famous by Travis Brown in the UFC. He's the one who really started to use those to great effect. Aidan momentarily sniffing that famed guillotine of his.
Nice
Beautiful.
Switch his legs.
Switching the hips, yep.
Prevent the both hands joining up behind his back. Going for the inside trip.
Oh, hands are locked, but not a fantastic position there as he sits back down, but back to the feet with the double unders again. Beautiful cage work. Just fantastic from Jack Becker here tonight. Aidan Aguilera is doing his best to get off the fence, but he just can't deal with the physicality, it seems.
He's going for the single. Ooh, be careful of the...
Here's the guillotine.
He's past the guard. Still very good
beautiful
job.
work. His corner's calling for a Von Flue. I would be surprised if Aidan Aguilera
held on to it.
Yeah, there we go. He's a black belt and a savvy one at that, so he certainly knows what to do.
Ooh.
Jack Becker looking for a crucifix momentarily. 10-second clapper as we see Jack Becker coasting his way to what would appear to be a victory in his return to MMA.
Oh, flashy to finish it off.
Fantastic
well done,
grappling exchange there in the professional lightweight division. Jack Becker, Aidan Aguilera go 3 rounds.
Well done, boys.
But
he doesn't seem to be happy with his efforts there.
I don't know what.
I don't know what for. I'd be proud.
Several years outside of the cage, almost 3 years, I believe. I think he can be very proud of that performance, and
especially against someone like Aidan. The
controlling a credentialed black belt on the floor. Absolutely, Anton. Couldn't agree more. Now I'm going to go and make it official.
Yeah, that was a great fight. Exciting.
That was. Sometimes I feel like some of these fights don't get the credit they deserve because people don't understand the technicality that's required. Even though the boys were throwing bombs at each other and throwing shots, I don't think their experience in the grappling is truly appreciated by these people.
Yeah,
by some
that's
people.
right. I mean, when you're trying to pass a guard of a black belt.
Well, we're lucky to have Ryan Dunstan on the mic with us. How you doing, Ryan?
Good, Anton. Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's a pleasure that we only get you for one fight.
Yeah.
Usually we get you for a few more, but you had quite a few fighters on tonight who did exceptionally well.
Thank you.
So ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score the bout 30-27 for your winner by unanimous decision, in the blue corner, Jack Becker. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with our winner, Jack Becker, making a successful return to MMA. For those that aren't aware, I believe it was about 3 years out of the sport for you, or out of the cage, I should say. And tonight you made a triumphant return. Dominant decision victory, 30-27 on all three judges' scorecards. What were your thoughts on the 3 rounds we just saw?
I've put a lot of work in the last couple of years. I put heaps of work in. I know Aidan's real tough. I knew it was going to be tricky. But there's a lot of tools that I've worked on that I really felt were going to show tonight. There's a lot of things that I really felt were going to come out, and they didn't. Taking the win is always a good thing, and I worked my fucking ass off for this, so I'll take that. On to the next. There's some tools that I'm really looking forward to showing, and they're going to come out, and I'm going to be one of the most exciting fighters in this country. So I promise that, and it's going to happen. So thanks for all the support from everyone. Thanks for Coastal Combat for coming. Thanks everyone here. Without you guys, there's nothing on. So I wish I could have done something a little bit more wild, but getting the win's an important thing too. So thanks for watching, thanks for cheering.
Well, before I let you go, Jack, talking about those tools that you're sharpening, doing so under the tutelage of some of the men in your corner there from Scrappy MMA, Costa Academy. Talk to me a little bit about your training regime at the moment and the work that you're putting in with those 2 respective gyms.
There's so much I've been working on. There's so many people I got to thank for this, but I shifted a few things with how I wanted to train and who I wanted to train with, and where I am now, I couldn't be happier. I really, the last year, I haven't seen any bigger improvements in my game in my life. So those improvements with Ban and Rod and Marco and all these guys around me, Jack Della, the guys at the gym. Again, the tools that I've been practicing and they've been coming out in the gym didn't come out tonight, but fuck, I know I've improved, and I got to thank those guys for that. And it's really, more than anything, like those guys in that gym, they made me love this sport. And I've been doing it for 10 years, and it comes in waves. And a little bit of motivation slipped, and it's fucking back. And I'm pumped to just improve and entertain. That's what I love doing.
Well, you're a fantastic addition to the lightweights of Australia. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your winner, moving to 8-2, Jack Becker.